All right, we're less than 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. My goodness, I cannot believe it. But a lot of you are going to want to cut down your time in the kitchen because it gets kind of out of control every year. Sure. I'm joined by Kieran Hales, the executive chef and owner of Zingerman's Cornman Farms. You're going to teach us how to cut back. I feel like Pinterest makes us feel like we need to do so much, right?
It does, yeah. So like the average American spends 15 hours in the kitchen for Thanksgiving. Like that's a crazy amount of time.
Oh my, that's all of their waking time.
Yeah, and even as a chef, I don't want to spend 15 hours of time in the kitchen.
Family time.
Yeah, so instead I cook them a whole bunch of meals for other people. So we do to-go meals to pick up at the farm. And so the turkey's all ready just to roast up, mashed potatoes, the Brussels sprouts, the stuffing,
Look, you can put it in your own homemade dishes, pretend that you slaved over the kitchen for it all day, and it's gonna, this smells good. It's gonna taste good too. What are we making today?
So because we've saved you all that time by getting you to pick up the meal already, there's the thing to do the day after with all the leftovers. So we're gonna make something called shepherd's pie. Really nice traditional English dish.
Okay.
And so what we've got is a start of onions, celery, and leeks, cooked down with a little bit of garlic. And then we're going to use some of our leftovers. So we've already got the Brussels sprouts in there. We've got our carrots going in. We're going to warm those up. And then we're going to add in some of our dark meat and white meat because we've always got too much turkey and too much
one or
gravy
the other
leftover.
In my family. There's always either the dark meat or the light meat left over because people are picky.
Yeah. For us in our family, it's always the dark meat, and that's what we usually turn this guy into for us.
All right, so what was that you put in?
So we've got our gravy, so that's one of our thickening things. And then the other thing we put in is some of our stuffing. So for us, we've blitzed up the stuffing, and instead of using flour to make a roux to thicken it up, we're going to use some of our stuffing as the thickening agent for us.
And I'll tell you, I think the leftovers are better the next day than the actual meal because you're overwhelmed with everything.
Yeah, the stress of the day is great. And so usually the day after, there's that little stress of what to do.
You're watching the Lions game, you're stressed out about that.
Yeah.
So here you go, you can just sit and, eat. So you told me to mush this.
Yeah, we're going to mush the stuffing and mashed potatoes. So this is going to be the topping. So traditional shepherd's pie would usually be lamb or beef, but because we've got our turkey left over, it's going to be that. And to maximize our leftover mash, we're going to add some of the stuffing together with the mashed potatoes on top.
I do like this, and I love potatoes. So
and then one of our favorite thing, we're going to add a little bit of sherry to the mix
and
a little bit of sherry to you. So I think, like grandmother around a Thanksgiving table, at least roast beef dinners back home for me, had that little bit of fortified wine and she'd always slip it in. So for me, it's that fun childhood memory of going back to that.
If grandma does it, it's good, right?
Yeah. And so for us, we're going to put that on the top. So we're going to crumble all of these guys. I'm going to get my hands in there for
you
go for it. You go right into my hands and go for it.
I'm not a good cook, but I'll do what you tell me.
And so we want all those different high peaks. So lots of people think you want to spread it out completely flat, but all the peaks and valleys is what's going to help when we go to roast it.
And then we want to make sure that that gets real crisp on the top.
Yeah, so we put that in an oven and everything's ready. You could eat it right now as is, but it's really to get all those textures going for us.
Oh my goodness, it looks fantastic. How long and how high?
So it's about 25 minutes or about 325.
It's easy.
And then we put more sherry on the top because again, that's going to be a happy place.
This is for fun now. You're just trying to have a good time. Day after Thanksgiving, you need a pick me up happy place. Right? Look at these cute little ones.
Yeah, so we've got a little tiny little taster based for there.
All right, so how can we call you and get Thanksgiving meal from you?
So if you go to Zingerman's Cornman Farms and then /Thanksgiving, you can go on there and order all the things. So they're all a la carte. You can pick from the turkey to all the veggies, the pies, and the wine as well.
All right, we'll put that and the website for you. The recipe for this on WXYZ.com. So head there. Thank you. This was really fun, really exciting, and you're going to make me up a vegetarian.
Yeah, I'm going to go in the back and finish up the vegetarian one.
All right.